The Dangers in My Heart is a slice-of-life rom-com series based on a manga by Neryo Sakurai and is animated by Shinny Animation. This anime follows a middle school student named Kyotaro Ichikawa, a loner who spends his time fantasizing about killing his classmates. During their breaks, Kyotaro goes to the library to escape his noisy peers. When the girl he desires to kill the most, Anna Yamada, suddenly starts going there alone, he becomes curious and begins observing her. In spite of his dreams of murdering Anna, Kyotaro can't stop himself from constantly trying to help her. As the days go by and their paths continue to cross, he finds himself interacting with Anna frequently, and eventually develops feelings for her. The Dangers in My Heart is one of the most adorable rom-com series I've ever seen. Its opening scene effectively hooks the audience, with the protagonist's serious and disturbing narration as his classmates talk amongst themselves. Despite the tone of the scene and Kyotaro's thoughts of murdering those around him, this anime is actually pretty lighthearted. The story is told completely from his perspective, with each episode beginning with narration from him. Episode 2 has a similar tone to its opening scene, but lightens things up the second Anna is brought on screen. The studio expertly handles the abrupt tonal shifts that occur occasionally throughout the series, often switching the music when appropriate. Sakurai excels at writing unexpected comedic moments to cap off certain scenes and comical dialogue that is likely to catch the audience off guard. While the author is always successful at injecting humor into various situations, there was one instance where I thought she could have held back for the sake of letting an emotional moment breathe. In the particular scene I'm referring to, Anna is crying in her friend's lap over something that happened to her. Near the end of the scene, her classmate Adachi makes a perverted comment about them to his friends, which was funny, but one could argue that this moment kinda undercuts the rest of the scene. I get that Sakurai probably wanted to end the scene on a lighter note, but I just don't think it was necessary. Anyway, the interactions between Kyotaro and Anna are very entertaining. I appreciate the rate at which their relationship grows as the show progresses. It didn't take forever for him to realize his feelings for her, or for either of them to desire each other's company. I also love their designs and how Sakurai wrote them. The height difference between the two leads really makes them stand out visually, among others in the genre. There were actually a few amusing moments that took advantage of Anna's size in comparison to her best friend Chihiro Kobayashi. Anna is a model that is typically surrounded by her friends and is usually in a good mood. She loves eating junk food and is a bit greedy when it comes to sharing her snacks. Anna is such a delightful character to watch even on her own. Just looking at her gleefully eating chips while humming to herself or trying to get people to notice her and buy the magazine she's in was enjoyable. With that said, her scenes with Kyotaro are the obvious highlight of the series. After interacting with Kyotaro daily for some time, Anna starts going out of her way to talk to him. She's generally very friendly and a bit playful around Kyotaro, often being the more assertive one, wanting to do stuff with him. There are several small moments where they're alone together where you can tell that she likes him just based on her expressions and behavior. The instances where the studio focuses on Anna's face as she talks to Kyotaro while hiding her eyes are pretty effective at helping to convey the subtle hints that she wants to be by his side. Kyotaro is much more observant and reserved than Anna is. He might believe that he's messed up in the head, but he actually has a good heart and is able to empathize with her at one point. He's frequently at odds with himself as his feelings towards Anna causes him to contradict what he tells himself. I really enjoyed the moments where he questions his own actions after acting impulsively. His internal dialogue as he watches Anna and listens in on his classmates' conversations is hilarious. Kyotaro's internal commentary can often be serious, blunt, a bit profane, and comical depending on the situation. Kyotaro's reactions to the perverted schemes of Adachi and his friends as they approach Anna and the other girls were very funny. One scene that had me cracking up was when they tried to figure out the girls' favorite sex positions. Much of the horniness in this show is contained within the scenes featuring Kyotaro's perverted classmates. Unlike some other rom-coms out there, this anime doesn't contain a bunch of fan service. There isn't much apart from a couple humorous scenes, like one where Kyotaro is staring at his classmates' boobs for a brief period of time. Aside from those instances, his scenes with Anna are typically charming, innocent, and amusing. There were a couple cute moments with them in the library together in the beginning, such as when they pretend to be cats for the sake of their classmates. The scenes where where Anna is genuinely happy or taken aback by Kyotaro's actions are executed wonderfully. During these sequences, the studio swaps the music out and slows things down while showing reaction shots from the characters that are often bathed in light. These particular scenes, as well as some others, were beautiful. Shinny Animation has done a solid job with the presentation of this anime. From a visual perspective, this show looks pretty good. The animation is fluid and I really like the art style. I also appreciate the little things the studio does to improve certain scenes. For instance, during some moments they pause the music briefly or cut it entirely or zoom in or out on characters, all for comedic effect. They also switch to a first-person viewpoint several times throughout the series, allowing the audience to see Anna from Kyotaro's perspective. As it stands, The Dangers in My Heart is an excellent well-paced rom-com series with memorable characters and masterfully written comedic scenes. I highly recommend checking this anime out if you're looking for a good rom-com to watch. If you've seen the show, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.